asked the coaches to bring you here today, interrupt your practice, to talk about something that's very important, very serious. So I'm going to ask you to pay attention, pay close attention to what I'm going to talk about. I think most of you know and would agree, I hope, that I'm probably your biggest fan. When I'm here in town, I'm here in this gym watching you. And so something recently has been bothering me, and I started talking about it with some friends, and somebody told me about this video that I'm going to show you. And then when it finishes, I want to make it personal, I hope, for you, and then we're going to bring it home to what you see every day here at NMMI. All right?
We're standing still.
Saw the line of veterans that came in at the start of that video that represented those chairs. Well, we have our own veterans here, you know that. We work in a military school, we work in a military environment. But I want you to really know these folks that you see every day around here. I want to make sure they understand some things about these people here. And I've also asked some guests. I'm going to ask them to stand up in a minute as I talk about them. Because they're people you know, they're people you see on this campus, they're people you see in town. And I want you to understand about them and about these chairs. You see these people every day, but there's a lot you don't know about them. Just like that video said, all of us at the same age most of you are today made that same choice to do something different. Colonel Brick is a member of the Marine Force Recon. When Colonel Brick was in Vietnam, he was awarded the Silver Star. Let me read you something. August 1968, while on a search and destroy mission, Corporal Brick was wounded in the arm and the leg. He continued to call in airstrikes and artillery missions while medevacing other casualties. He was finally able to medevac himself the following day. For his actions related to these events, he was awarded the Silver Star and a meritorious combat promotion to sergeant. The Silver Star. He was also wounded, so he has the Purple Heart. So when you see those awards and decorations, the Silver Star and the Purple Heart, now you know what they are on his uniform. Jack Swicker. Jack's a native of Roswell. The Mexican. Jack put his life aside, joined the Army, became a helicopter pilot. Back then, primary helicopter we all flew in or rode in, I rode in them, was a Huey. Jack learned to fly a Huey. He went to Vietnam. Jack, on one, I think a Sunday afternoon, Jack, was flying what we used to refer to, again, I didn't go to Vietnam, but we knew all the terms, all the lingo, was flying what was called a milk run. It was simply delivering mail. It was moving from base camp to base camp in a helicopter that had no armament, no guns. And he'd been told not to take that helicopter into a combat situation. But he heard about an ARVN, Republic of Vietnam unit that was trapped up against the border. If they didn't get extracted, they were going to be annihilated. So Jack ignored what he'd been told, and he flew that helicopter into that area. And using the blades of the helicopter like a lawnmower, cut down through the canopy and extracted as many as he could carry on that helicopter. And then he went back to the base camp, dropped them off, and got another guy to go with him, who just so happened to be another New Mexican, Tommy Baca from Albuquerque. And they went back 6 times and cut through the canopy and saved 120 people. And Jack was awarded at this time and another time a Distinguished Flying Cross for doing that. Thank you. I talked about Marlon Wells. Marlon's a 62 alum of this school. He went into active federal service. He He spent 2 years in Germany, a year in Vietnam. He was awarded Bronze Star. He made that same decision after he left NMMI. He's here with you all the time. His grandson just was on the baseball team last year. Marlon played with Roger Staubach in baseball when he was here. But he made that decision in 1962 after he left here to enter the service. These people made these decisions, thank you, Marlon, at the same age you did. So you can make the decision you did. I'm not faulting you for that. I'm not saying you should leave NMMI and go join the service. I'm glad that you had this opportunity to make the choice. What I'm not happy about is when I'm sitting right over there and I'm watching you do what that picture, that video says. Swaying back and forth, jacking with your shorts, jacking with your jerseys, even coaches with their hands in their pockets during the national anthem. It's just not called for. It's not acceptable, and we're not going to do it anymore. Now, you think I'm picking on you. I want you to know that I'm not, because this same speech is going to be given to every team. We're going to start the year in August with everybody being talked to this way. This is a military school. We have more respect for that flag than any other school. And we're not going to do that anymore here. So coaches, I'm going to leave it up to you. You want them to stand at attention? You know what attention is. Feet together, heels together, at a 45-degree angle, your left hand down the seam of your trouser, your right hand over your heart. You want it in parade rest, that's fine too. Left hand in the small of your back, your eyes on that flag, your right hand over your heart. Coach, I'll leave it up to you, but be uniform. Everyone in the team, be doing the same thing. And when the first note sounds, your eyes are on that flag. And they don't move until the last note sounds. You owe it to these people behind me. You owe it to the people that were in that video. I just want you to stand respectfully on this line in front of those chairs and look at that flag for about 2.5 minutes. Okay?